Yes. And another thing, last night I was riding down the street, and for a moment I thought, like, let me slow down because I like seen a deer jart out. Didn't really see it, but I seen it. And as soon as I got into my development, guess what jarted out in front of me? A
What's that?
daggone deer. See, I could have towed my car up. I mean, towed up
all the
that
way.
me before. Like I tore up my whole Dodge Caravan. Like I thought it was like little scrapes, scratches. The next day when I looked at that, because I was like, man, I could probably fix this myself. Go ahead and get the parts from Amazon and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't even know what I was thinking. I
Right.
was really ambitious. You know,
So what's up,
What else you
everybody? Welcome,
ambitious?
welcome to another episode of the 10 and 2 podcast. We had to take a little break. We try to have a little periodic break in between episodes, give everybody a chance to recharge. But it's good to see y'all again.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
hey everybody, what's going on out there? What you got for us tonight, Smith?
Uh,
I know it's something good. I know
I
it's something
I
good.
be
Like I can feel it in my spirit.
I be trying to have stuff, man. It's getting more difficult.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because everybody be talking about the same thing. So I be trying to figure out. Well, I be trying to figure out a new way to like generate conversations that kind of lead in different directions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it. So I'll be
Okay.
deploying that real soon. But
Well, give us the scoop, dude.
well, I can't really give it to you till I see it. You know what I'm saying? That way, it'll be fresh.
I mean, no, I mean right now, like the video that you ready to when you ready to dive in.
Oh, ready?
What were
Okay.
you talking about?
Being a black man might be one of the most confusing things on the planet. Everybody loves you, everybody wants you, except for your counterpart, the black woman. The black woman will be there for a black man as long as he is up. If he is the HNIC in charge, the black woman's there to support, she's there to use and abuse. Once he is down, she's not going to work two jobs to support him. She's not going to lift a finger. She's not going to help that man. She's going to call her family like, oh, he's a bum. Did he lost his job? She is going to talk so bad about that man because he can no longer give her the life that she wants. Even with the black woman, they refuse to wait a year. Like, if you're like, okay, babe, we're going to parties out, lash out, all these other things. But another race of woman, she will follow the leadership of a black man to the T. She won't ask any questions. She will do as she is told. Now they say, oh, that's because she's weak. She's not weak. She's smart. She has common sense. She can see the end goal that black women cannot see. So again, black men, they continuously cheat because they do like black women. I've said this before. Black women and black men are very attractive. So and they're attracted to each other. But I think that with the end goal that black men have, a lot of black women don't fit in with that.
All right. Asking you shall receive. Um, so the question is I mean, based off what she's talking about, do you guys think that support is a two-way street?
Go ahead. Oh, man, you up, baby. You up. You up. Yes, you did.
We,
Mm-hmm.
we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I could barely hear the video, but I think I get the gist of everything. So I believe that it is and it isn't. Okay, so when you have a strong black man with a goal and is actually working towards it and you can see it, they can get the support, especially from um, a woman that can see the goal, like she said, like can see the outcome. But then you have some that are just dreamers and they constantly drag, and you have to pull them along, and you have to, constantly keep speaking life, and they don't speak it back or they don't give it back, and it's a headache. Those are the ones that I don't think she's speaking about, but I have ran into those type of men where they talk a lot of good game, but they don't put any work into it. And that's something that can't be supported. There's an attempt to support it, but in the long run, it was just made up fun, I guess you would want to say,
Yeah, that's
because you put so much into it and you didn't get anything out of it because that man didn't want he wanted it, but he didn't want to put in the work for it. Have you ran
yeah.
into some similar man like that, Juju?
Well, I have something to say about her. First of all, male-centered women are dangerous,
Male
right?
what?
Male-centered women,
Okay. See, I
and
heard the
she is
video, but I didn't
definitely
hear the full video.
a male-centered woman because, first of all we do is support black women, black men. And the thing is, a lot of times, especially in the lower demographic um, of our socioeconomic standing, right? Our people get told choose better men because we have given them niggas chance, right? Choose better men because we have supported the dude's dreams. You know how many women are sitting here supporting this 40-year-old's rapping career? Nigga ain't never done a thing right in his life. He's
But
never
but would
followed
you
through with one thing.
but would you consider that like a bad choice?
Would I consider it a bad choice?
I'm saying like, okay, if he's 40 years old and he's trying to rap and he's never completed a thing, then like wouldn't choosing him in the first place be a bad choice? I
She could
mean,
have
not
been
unless
with
he
him for
lied to you,
years.
not unless he lied to you.
She could have been
And
with him
that
for
can
years, but that's
happen.
not the point. That's not the point. The point is she's saying we don't support men unless they got money. That's a lie. That's a lie.
I didn't hear that part. I don't
So
know. The sound on my end was a little low.
no, it was kind of low.
Okay.
Um, and she
So
said we
you
don't
said
support
she was
men
male
unless
centered.
they're up. Yeah, yeah. hmm
Okay, but okay, what makes her male centered?
One because first of all, she is the equivalent of what men claim other men do when they're pandering. You're gonna sit here as I don't know what she identifies as, but it comes off to me as she's representing herself as part of the black community. And you're going to sit there and say that you've never seen black woman support a man, a black man that was down. Like that process, that thought process alone, tell me you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because you can literally go to any projects around country and there's dudes that ain't paying nobody bills
Hmm.
getting supported by black women. That's one. Now, is there levels to this? There's levels. However, if you want a different type of woman, you got to be a different type of man. You got to be a different type of man. Is support a two-way street? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you're not about to get support from me, man. We grown. We too grown for that, man. You talking about, oh, other races support these men. Yep. You know why? Because I was looking at Love and Lockup. This having to spend $100,000 on this dude in prison. Ain't happening. That's the kind of support they want. They want ignorance. They want ignorance. They don't want anybody to get tired of them, or they don't want anybody to nag them. And they talking about support and not following his guidance. How in the hell is somebody going to lead you somewhere and you following them when they can't guide their way out of a damn wet paper bag? He ain't follow through with nothing. This nigga don't know how to go get another social security card. What are we following this fool for? What are we doing? And when black women, we as black women try to give guidance like, hey, okay, I know you ain't never had to be an adult before. And in this current situation, I'm the adultiest adult. Let me help you. We're nagging. We're the problem because we refuse to allow you to be mediocre. Right? And not all black women, but I'm gonna tell you at this point in life, at this stage, I'm exactly the woman she's talking about. Go be with a white woman, man. I don't want it. I don't want it.
So okay, so hypothetical, right? So what if it's the dude, right? He got a decent job, doesn't make as much as the woman, but he decides he wants to become something else. But in order for him to do this, he has to present himself a certain type of way and also maybe get some type of education or certification. And he tries and he tries and he continues to fail. Like,
What
does
is he
that
failing at?
constitute like passing whatever he needs to pass?
And what is okay? All right. And the question is, do we support this man? Is that what the question is?
I'm saying, what would be the cutoff? Would you say he's worth staying with because he's actually trying but he's failing?
No.
Because that's different than somebody who's not putting forth the effort. This is somebody who's actually just failing but is continually trying.
I'm good.
That's different.
But that's my personal opinion. But to me, I'm damn near 50. Dealing with somebody for potential and waiting for them to actually get the first thing right in their whole fucking life. That's not what I'm about to do. That's a 20-year-old thing.
I'm not
Right?
saying first thing in their whole life. I'm saying that he's at an impasse where he has to cross this hurdle to get to the next level.
Okay. He needs a what is the obsession with crossing hurdles and being connected to someone? Like, I just don't understand. Because, like, if I'm going through something life altering and I'm in a relationship, I'm going to give that chance to that person. Like, you don't have to deal with this, but this is what I'm choosing to do. Because that's a choice, right? That's a choice. Because if you got into a relationship with this woman and she's relying on you to be the man that you were when y'all met, who knows? She might not have signed up for you to go chase your dreams. Anything that the conversation should be had. What kind of risk is involved? Especially if failure is possibility. What kind of timeline does that look like? Because I just don't understand why that would be a thing. Like, why are people so committed to wanting support during shit they should have done already? Like, be by yourself. Be by yourself, because that other person may not want that, and they don't have to want it.
You're right.
They
They
don't
don't
have
have to
to.
want it. They don't have to
But
want
that
it.
has nothing to do with black women not supporting men. That's a people thing.
That's a
Well, it's
them
all a
thing.
people thing in general. I mean, when you really
Right.
think about it.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff we talk about is a people thing.
Most of the stuff we talk about is a people thing, but I'm saying her point is that black women do not support black men unless they're on a level. We've already disproved that. So, yeah, it's a people
Now, my
thing. It's
question
a
was,
choice.
my question is, how much, like, where's the breaking point? Like, where's the
I think
stopping
that's
point?
a
Like if this person has showed you, like, yo, most of the shit I accomplish, I get done. But right now, I'm struggling crossing the finish line. I've tried multiple times and I continue to fail. How long would it
yeah.
be before you be
That's
like,
different because you have seen progression along the way. That's totally different. We're talking about somebody that is still trying to get their license or their ID for the past
well,
20 years.
that's that's a bad choice. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even talking about somebody who would choose that type of person.
Right. So
I
this
hope
is
that's not.
what
I hope that's not what she's talking about, because
I
that's a dumb. That's not a real
Well,
smart
well,
conversation to even have.
that's what I'm talking about. That
I
that
think she's
that would be
talking about
something that I wouldn't support.
like a regular dude who is probably ambitious, and somebody probably did date them for potential, or they both started with potential. One person came up and the other person is struggling.
In
Or
my
he was up when she first met him, and then something happened, and maybe he lost his job, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he had to close down his business, whatever. And now he's down. Like, how much support do you give a person like that, or do you give them none?
so personally, let's go back to the example you gave, right? One, it depends on it's several factors here. Depends on how long that couple's been together. If he's been with that man long enough to see he's gonna come out of this shit, so that's an ideal situation. Support him. Should she? She should. Now that ain't always gonna be the case, right? Because
Right.
uncomfortable is a different perception for everybody. A lot of people ain't used to being uncomfortable.
Right.
A lot of people aren't.
Especially
How much is this going to change that person's situation? How much is this going to change her comfort level? And for how long?
especially if they already created a lifestyle and that
Yeah,
decreased, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Or he promised a lifestyle and isn't able to reach it. You know what I mean?
So, and it would also be different, right? If he's able to chase these dreams and maintain whatever he's done. Because my argument would be, I've worked and gone to school and took care of children. What is holding you up from doing the same? So that
Not
we can
necessarily
still continue
not
having.
necessarily the hold up. Like, the life could be uh middle class, but he has a potential to be, you know what I'm saying, well off, wealthy. And he's just struggling trying to connect this last dot. And he's just been struggling and failing. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, I know. If it's gonna
So
take for
basically,
me, if it's gonna take a long period of time, that's something that I would have to just to we would have to discuss because I have children. I'm not. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't care how long we've been together. I got kids,
Mhm.
and they come. They gonna come first because they don't have a choice. They can't take care of themselves. So you could do like if we've been in a relationship for a long period of time. I got the ultimate moral support you can handle. Do not inconvenience me and don't ask for no money because financially I'm gonna be taking care of everything else. I can't help you. Don't ask me
I
for
don't see,
nothing too heavy
but in
either.
this situation, he's not broke. I just said that he provides a middle class lifestyle, but he has the potential to have a wealthy lifestyle,
Okay, but if
and
he's
he
gonna
just keeps failing at
continue
that
to
point.
provide that during this transition, then that's one thing. But if he's not able, I think that's something that would have to be discussed because if he's not able to contribute the way he was contributing, it's one thing that, ask somebody to change their whole life around and you keep failing. Like that's crazy work. Like that woman got to have the utmost damn faith in you. And
And love.
my faith is all my faith is all it ain't even got nothing to do with love for me. Like to be honest. And that's mainly because people understand what they want to do. They don't understand your vision, right? They don't understand your vision. So you can
Yeah,
have while you're
but
going
when
through
you
whatever you're going through, you can want my support, but I got my own fucking dreams.
yeah, but when you love
Support you for
somebody,
what?
you consider those things.
You consider them, but listen, I ain't never heard a man say he looking for a woman to fall in love with. I ain't never heard a man say that he's looking for, I'm looking for a woman that I can shower with love and do all of these things. Men are looking for a partner that can benefit them, that they know is going to care for them and love for them and going to nurse them when they're sick, provide them a peaceful home. That's what they're looking for. As a woman, I am not looking for what love can provide. I can love you and leave you the hell alone. Like that's just that. Like, and should we support each other? I don't have to be with you to support you. I can be your
No, you're
homie now.
right. You're right. Same, but same thing. Same thing.
But I'm just saying, like, let's because these questions come and for whatever reason, like things get kind of thrown out there, and everyone is kind of like narrow to certain things. Like these are situations that could definitely go a lot of ways. Like I don't have to be with someone in order to support them morally, in order to show up for them in other ways. I don't have to be with them.
But that's still support.
Like I support black men all the time. I go to black men's businesses and support businesses. I support black men all the time.
But we're
I
talking
didn't
about when
call
they're
the
down.
Well,
I didn't call the damn police on the damn the wino at the corner. I
Lord.
threatened him, but I didn't call the folks on him. Okay, that's support.
Uh-huh. Maybe,
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can call that support. You
I
did him a
think it
favor
is.
though.
I think
Maybe
it
you
is.
maybe you did him a favor that benefited him in one way but hurt him in another. Because maybe he need to be locked up and get dried out.
I don't know. That ain't none of my business. What I didn't call the law.
Well, what I would like to say is, now that we've gotten into it, this is basically speaking on like my life story. I had been in a 14-year relationship where I was promised, things in our relationship that never transpired. And it was like, just give me time, give me time, give me time, give me time. I'm gonna
Like
get it
how
right.
much time you need?
I'm gonna get it. It was 14 years and it still ain't get right. And I support it. I supported so much to where I was the financial provider. I took care of the household, waiting for, my counterpart to get themselves together. And that never happened. And
I'm sorry,
in
baby.
this time, we have created upteen children. And in the end, I was still at square one. Only this time I had more children.
Giving support,
I support it. I did. I support it.
a black man,
I did. It was. It was.
and you
Yeah.
got screwed, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, I. Mm,
So okay. So 14 years is a very, very, very long time.
it is.
Like,
It is.
what did you tell yourself that kept you
Well, I'm
going?
gonna go ahead and tell you. In the beginning, I was green. I was green to everything, and to be
Yeah,
honest,
because you ain't that old now. Well,
exactly. We have a 14-year gap. Count it up. We have a 14-year gap.
Oh damn.
yeah.
We have a 14-year gap.
Sorry. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
we have a 14-year gap. And to be
Ain't that
honest,
grooming?
that's a whole nother story, Juju. Let's not do that,
So
okay?
I don't want to really like
Do that. I just want
pry
to say
too
this.
much.
We can pry, but let me say this. I was green to begin with, and in my mind, I I had just had a child, year old, and I was looking for support. I really was. And I thought in my mind, if I got with an older man, I would be able to obtain
And
the
ride or die chick.
support that I need until I can figure things out. Figure myself out, figure out what I want to do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and in the long run, I ended up being the caretaker. I ended up being the support for everything, and really didn't even know how to do it. And I attempted to allow this person to lead. And when I seen that they couldn't lead, you know, I was like, well, let me put my big girl draws on. I know I can figure this out. I done seen my daddy do it. You know, I can figure this out, and I did. And in my mind, I'm leading by example. So when it was time to let go of the reins and turn it back over, nothing of what I taught was put into action. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Where were your homeboys at?
My homeboys.
Right. I'm being really, really serious with
Where
you,
were
right?
your homegirls at? Cause baby,
Because your homegirls
To be
will tell you
honest,
something.
my friend,
Hold on. Let
circle
me
was so
finish.
small, it was a period.
Your homegirls would tell you things, but it may tend to come from an emotional place,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like a guy in a relationship. Your homeboy, who's really your homeboy, he's going to tell you exactly the truth. He's
I
going
ain't
to see
really have
everything
one of
that you
those.
don't see. He's going to see that and be like, look, yo,
I
I
had
know
one.
you
fuck
like this
nigga,
dude. I know this. I
fuck
know
nigga.
that. I can see how you look at him. Right, exactly. Yo, you need to cut bro off. Whatever you got to do, you need to get rid of that nigga now.
Expeditiously.
And you want to know something? And my friend told me he's gone now. He passed away. But for about 4 years straight, each year around the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go. I'm sick of this shit. I'm ready to go. This is it. And within a couple weeks later, it's like, you know what? I'm going to just figure it out. I'm going to just figure it out. I'm going to stick around. And I think ultimately I went on in this relationship because I didn't have both of my parents. And I was looking to produce that for my own. And what I found out in the long run is your kids need to see you happy. They don't need to see you miserable. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm seeing. So for them to see me like that for a very long time and then to finally see me happy, like, who are you? Where'd you come from? Are you
Mm-hmm.
being extra? Like, why are you acting like this? Type thing. So now I have shown this picture of what they thought was me and wasn't me. So in my mind, and somebody else said this, we somehow want to give our kids things that we never had, but never thought to ask, is that something that they really wanted? And in the process of giving them that, are we hindering them? And I do think that I hindered my kids a little bit because I wanted them to have a 2-parent household. Their parents, not step parents, their actual parents.
Right.
And I did. I hindered them a little bit because I got 5 girls. I've shown my girls, like, it's okay to be the hard worker, take on everything, while your partner just mosey on and, do whatever they feel whenever they get ready and not have to worry about anything. That's what I started teaching my girls. So now I have to unlearn and relearn with them. Does that make sense?
All because you supported the fuck nigga.
I did. I fully supported the fuckery and the foolery. I did.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, there are many women with these stories. This isn't like, and then you have this little high yellow thing coming out here with her little pressed hair. Like, she ain't never drove a day through the project. She don't know what's what.
It was giving, she just wanted somebody to take care of her, and if they couldn't do that, then they were bums.
Nah, they want
I
to be
mean,
them pick me behind chicks, man. Like,
that's how she looked, but I mean, she might be paying the rent in her apartment while her boyfriend go to you know what I'm saying, medical school.
it,
I mean, that's what you see, but you never really know.
Mm-hmm.
you never really know, and that's fine because people do
And
things for
hold
views.
on, let me
But
finish.
she's not
And
right.
she might come to social media saying what she's saying because people are telling her that, yo, you need to just let this nigga, leave him alone, because he gonna be in medical school, you paying all the bills, and all he doing is going to school. Because depending on what you're trying to be, some cases they advise heavily against you having a job. Or if you do, you can only work a certain amount of hours per week. Or
And a
they'll give you some
family.
type of intern or some type of internship where you making like maybe 20% of what you would make if you was actually doing the job with your degree.
My point is, she knew exactly what she looked like when she came on and said what she said.
Who
She
don't?
knew exactly. So, I mean, the
You know
validity,
what I'm saying?
she has no
And
validity.
it goes both ways, especially like from the perspective that Codename was speaking on, like trying to give your kids the two-parent household with both their original parents in there, seeing that most people that we probably know don't have that. It will have you going through a lot of things that you probably should have ran from a lot earlier.
Yeah,
And you
it
know what I'm
will.
saying? And you learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the key is, I mean, it depends on how bad that thing means to you. You know what I'm saying? It don't really mean that you give up the fight, because sometimes giving up the fight just creates a different cycle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And what's the fight?
The fight is, if you want to give that, you find the correct person to be that person. Giving up the fight
Yeah.
means that you just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna be by myself, and all your energy is single, independent, because in a way, your kids see that. And so they just already automatically just cut off a whole part of life that they never even get to experience, because they thinking that that's how they're supposed to be.
I don't think if you're open with your children that that's what they think. That's what they would think.
It,
I
it,
think
it
they would experience that. But being bitter is one thing,
True.
you know. Like being bitter about it is one thing, and it's easy to get stuck in that space. But it still originates from supporting the black man in these cases that we're discussing. Like I can't, I don't know not one woman who's helped a man while he's been down or supported him while he was trying. No one woman that hasn't done that. Like that shit that we see on social media where the woman left him because he lost his job. Even then, she was very transparent with that man. She told that man, "Look, I'm gonna marry you, but if you ever don't have the money you have now, I'm gonna leave you." And he thought it was a game, right? Those kind of situations are not the norm. And I'm gonna be real with you. Good women, we're not just gonna come up off a good man. We're not just going
it
around
depends on it depends on your
leaving good
definition of a good
men.
man. Everybody's
I
definition
mean,
is different though.
yeah, and
Some, it's like
perception is
on their
different, and
scale,
tomatoes are
on some
tomatoes. But
scale,
that's what I'm saying.
they some people weigh love and happiness over finance, and some people weigh finance over love and happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's some women that just want a nigga not to lie to them, even if they don't love him. But if they trust him, they'll rock out with him till the end.
Just be
Be a
transparent.
good dad. Yeah, be a good dad. Some women weigh that over and stay with a man all the way until their kids graduate high school, and then they might separate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
But
it's
even
it's, it's
that,
a
That's
variety of reasons.
why would you want your children to see that though? I just
exactly.
don't.
That's exactly what I was
Hold
saying.
on. See, it's a difference. When you do stuff like that, the kids never know what's going on. They know when they're grown, but you hide that from them to give them that to give
But
them that
trust me,
picture.
they're
So
going to
hold
see
on,
the
hold on.
difference.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You give them that picture so that later on in life, they're not automatically against the picture. They get to choose on whether or not they want the picture or not, but it's not like automatically pushed on them because of the way they were raised.
Still a lie.
No, it's
And
not.
you're
It's
living,
a two,
and
it's a
you're
two,
living a
it's a
lie.
two-parent household.
It's still a lie.
So what? It's a lie.
You're pretending to be happy. It's fake
But
happy.
hold on. But ain't that what you're supposed to do when you got kids? I mean, think about it.
In my
Hold,
mind,
hold on, listen.
in my
Hold on,
mind,
listen. Check
that's
it
I
what I
out.
pretend to be happy by myself.
that's what I thought in my mind. And the thing is, kids see things. Even though they may not say anything, they see things that we don't see sometimes.
That's if somebody act out of pocket. Like y'all already know we not together, and you try to come and do something in front of the kids that you know you ain't supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
Like trying to kiss on me like we all good and you know we not. Then I gotta push you away. You know what I'm saying? And the kids see that. But like if they just see us constantly showing up for them, both of us being there and supporting them under the same household, they don't know at nighttime, you know what I'm saying, dad, we got a couch in there and dad sleep on the couch. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
So we have all
They,
seen Love and Basketball, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And remember her parents? Her mother she could have been a caterer. She could have been a professional caterer, but she decided to put her dreams on hold for her husband. And she created this life where everything was hunky dory when she was miserable as.
Right.
That's not okay.
But people do
Her
that.
daughter
It's
seen
it's
it.
it's
Her daughter
it's
seen it
it's
at an
it's
early age.
it's men that do the same thing. That's with somebody they don't want to be with them, but they're like, "Hey, I done started this family. What's the term? It's cheaper to keep them." Like, trust me, it's a lot of men that follow that code and stuck with
And
somebody
they
they
do.
didn't really want to be with.
And they do. I have uncles that say
You know
the
what I'm
Yeah.
same.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing that we all do to try to whatever we hold sacred. That's what we do it for. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's family, it could be self. You know what I'm saying? Or the way that you see how it's set up, you might feel like it's best to leave. But then from another perspective, you might see why it's best to stay. You know what I mean? So, like in my opinion, I think that yeah, she's half right and half wrong because it probably is some women that'll leave a nigga as soon as he go down. But that's the dude fault for picking that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, people like that you can kind of tell, and you got to learn how to lie. You got to learn how to test people. That's why I said 2 years, right?
I said learn how to lie.
Hold on. Remember when I said 2 years to like before you find out if
2
somebody's
years
supposed to be
is
the type
too
of person
long.
you should marry?
2
Because
years.
Yeah.
you need to at least see how they act with disappointment and with highs and lows. Because some people act funny. You might meet them while they broke, and they act funny the minute they get money.
By that
You know
time,
what I'm
you
saying?
fell in love,
Hold on, believe it or not, it's people
and
who
now you
break
bring
up
yourself to
right
January.
around tax.
No,
It's people who break up right around tax time because they don't want to share their money. You know what I'm saying?
it's
But
people
if you
that
meet somebody,
around tax time so they can get that money.
exactly, you're right. You're exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Like, but how do you see that tax only come once a year? So if you only rock with somebody for 8 months, you don't really know their intentions. Somebody could pass away, you know what I'm saying, and they might not take it well. They could lose their job. They may not take that well. They might become abusive, you know what I'm saying, verbally, emotionally, or whatever sense. You know what I'm saying?
It's red flags there from
It's,
day one.
nah, not for everybody. Because if red flags were there for day one, then people wouldn't try these things as long as they do.
We overlook them. We
Nah,
overlook them every time.
but listen, that's because you commit too early. See, as long as you're dealing with a person for over a important amount of time, you get to see these things. But once you commit, you feel like you got something to lose. Most people don't want to feel like they made a bad choice. They want to
But
continue to
honestly,
see
a lot of times you
the
don't
thing that
see
they
those
saw in the
things.
beginning
You're
because it
not
ain't
going to
enough
see
time.
those things until you have, well, I can say in my experience, when I saw the true person, it was only after we had obligations together, right? It
Yep.
was after the fact that he wasn't on his own. Um, so I don't know.
That's what
I
I
don't
said.
know if that's the thing. Like, so even if you date them for 2 years, if you don't share any obligations, you still might not know. Like, yeah, he could get mean or she could get mean, but I mean, people manipulate, and I have a strong thing. I don't care when I decide to change my mind. If I don't want to do it, I ain't gonna do it. I don't care what I accepted before. I don't have to accept it today. I could have accepted it 10 years ago, 10 minutes ago. But as soon as I feel like, oh, I know better and I'm gonna do better, I don't have to take that no more. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people just have those realizations and they move on. And a lot of times, men and women, when we say and we lack in support, it's not that we lack in support. It's the fact that people don't support them the way they want to be supported. And That right there is a problem. That's a problem. Because why aren't you mature enough and emotionally intelligent enough to accept the support that's given?
It depends on what the support coming from and how it's coming. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's but
Like,
that's
like
the thing. Like if it's not coming from a genuine place, then don't accept it.
that's that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's not always genuine. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we could be thinking that, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't getting no support, but somebody is praying for you, but you want them to give you money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, on the other hand, I mean, the culture, it's a whole side of this culture that's dudes a dip out on a chick if she down, women to dip out on a dude if they down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but then on the other hand, you got dudes that stick with females through thick and thin, and then you got women that deal with dudes the whole time they in jail. They can be locked up for 5 years and they'll sit right there and wait. You know what I'm saying? Show up every visitation. You know what I'm saying? Bring the nigga, let the nigga see the kids. You know what I'm saying? You need me to sneak something in there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all different types of people out here. Like that. That's really the point of why I brought up this video is because you know what I'm saying. Like she was talking about black women, but in general, man, it's just a people thing. It's about who you are, man, and whether or not you at least allow yourself enough time to like see how this person is before you commit to something where you got something to lose that'll keep you stuck there or make you second guess what you're seeing.
And a lot of times that comes with experience. So name, you got that experience now. So do I.
Oh,
And I'm
yes.
sure Smith does too. Like experience with people where you kind of like, okay, we're gonna extend the benefit of our doubt
Mm,
and see where this goes.
I learned
Um,
so
for
much.
ex- yeah, for example, I was in a relationship and I knew, right? I knew that he was gonna mess up. I knew it, but I had decided in my mind that I need to give him room to mess it all the way up so that he can't try to convince me it wasn't him because he's extreme narcissist, right? So, and then things will happen, and then all of a sudden they got all these reasons and excuses and all of that. I was like, I'm just gonna allow him the room to do it all the way. I told my mother, I'm gonna need somewhere to go, and I gave him the responsibility of the rent, of the light bill, of the water bill. I got it. I've been a man. I've been a man. Eviction notice, the lights was cut off, all of that. You stay there, and I'm gonna leave. And this is somebody that clearly had support from me, that clearly had, I put energy into, and I think
Mm,
both sides, men and women, because I know men that have been very supportive of women, and women just kind of like got on their feet and just poof, gone. They don't see from or hear from them again. But on both sides, like this is another reason that we're so wary as we get older. Like we're very cautious, and um, I don't take, I really don't take too much of anything, right? Because don't come over here half-assing it. Ain't no need. I got enough of a half-assing going on. Life is crazy. Groceries is high. Their gas is high. Like we can't start this and we already struggling. Like, come on, like be real. But I think that that's why we're weary. But I don't believe that the full vision of the support in the black community of men and women. I don't feel like the full picture should be summed up by anything of recent or anybody's recent experiences because we've been going through this shit for a long time. And I think collectively, black women have, as a whole, meaning the majority, we have supported men and we have given chances to men that really didn't meet the qualifications. You know what I'm saying? We have lowered standards to be with a man that we love. We have accepted shit that we wouldn't accept because we love this dude. He gonna do right by me. He gonna get it together. I know. We've defended these dudes to our families when they telling us, you know that nigga ain't no good. You know he ain't no good. And we like, nah, he had me. He
I
loved
love
me. He
him.
gonna do it. I love him so much. We've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like we've done that. And I think that's really what was kind of like, where's he coming from with this shit? Because I don't know a woman that hasn't done that. And if not for their spouse or mate or a man that they was with, for their brothers, for their cousins, for they like we supported and we'll continue to support. That's just what we do. It don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of that comes from a space of, well, she won't stay with me because I ain't got no money. But I told you if you get your shit together, I'll pass out some flyers for you. I told you if you did this, I'll help you build something. I told you if you started, you got somebody on the back end that'll help you run your business for free for a little while.
Steps. You won't even take the steps.
You won't even, yeah, you won't
I
even take the
told you
step.
I told you I don't fuck with broke ass niggas. Let's not forget that one too. You know what I'm saying? On the
Told
opposite
you,
side, I don't fuck with broke ass niggas.
I
Hey
don't.
yo, if you can't buy me X, Y, and Z, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like it's
that's not me. I don't need nobody to take care of me. I don't need nobody's money, but you can't come over here without it.
I'm just saying it's a lot of other cases.
But they shouldn't. You shouldn't be fucking with a broke ass nigga. A broke ass nigga shouldn't be dating. He should be focused on his bread. Like it's a sad day when women is out hustling people. Why we out hustling y'all? And we got kids and we got school and we got this. We shouldn't be. There should not be. There's no excuse. I don't. Are you disabled? Like I don't understand. I don't see a reason for a man to be broke with no assets and no skills. Let me clarify that. A man that's broke with no assets, he owns nothing. No 401k. He doesn't pay any bills. He like there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. He's not acceptable to himself, let alone a woman. And any woman that would deal with a dude like that, that's a self esteem issue. And
Mm-hmm.
she also probably has some daddy issues, and she want to control that nigga by the fact that he don't got nothing. Okay, I'm gonna be the one to take you everywhere. He can't cheat on me if he can't go nowhere. You don't need your license. You don't need this. That's a control issue. Ain't nobody got time for that. We big grown.
Okay.
Why you keep laughing at me, Coleman? What's good? Like, why do you keep laughing at me? Miss,
Because
get your man's in there. You
the stuff
laughing
that
at me.
you're saying registers so much that I just have to laugh because a lot of the stuff that you're speaking about, I went through. Like I had those aha moments. Like I was that woman. I was that girl. Like
Yeah.
Well,
And
let
I
me ask y'all
say
a
the
question.
things I say because of that, because people
Well, let me ask.
resonate with it.
But let me ask y'all a
I mean,
question
it
though.
resonate hard over here. That's why I
Look,
keep laughing.
hold on. Let me ask y'all something though. Did any of these dudes hold a gun to your head and say, "Stay with me"?
One of them did.
Now I done seen a lot of niggas say, "I'm gonna kill myself if you leave." I done seen that
Yeah,
shit so
I
many
went through that.
occasions.
I went through that.
But what I'm saying is it at some point, like we got to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like it's at some point, yeah, they a fucked up person, but okay, me personally, I was in some fucked up situations, and I had to say, you know what, Matt, nigga, you knew better. You
Hmm.
knew better.
But
You was
you
trying.
woke up
Hold
and
on.
realized
You was trying to be a motherfucking magician. That's what you really be trying to
him and
do.
this goddamn magician shit again.
For real though. But think about it. Think about everything you say. You trying to turn something, this one thing, into something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe in a way, it's our ego because we are who we are and we know what we're capable of. We feel like we could pull up the dead weight and carry it along with us until it turned into something. And we ain't even meant to do that.
Okay,
Well, I went to therapy.
I
I
can
went
agree
to therapy, so I know what mine was. So, and
with that.
yeah, at a certain point, you want to leave,
I
right?
was big Houdini. For
Who,
real.
me?
No, me. I was
Oh,
definitely Houdini.
yeah, me too.
Not
Sure.
And
Houdini.
then I learned a better trick that I was really good at,
Ooh.
making them disappear.
I'm done. I am
I'm just
so
telling you
done.
the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
I am
Making
so
them
done.
disappear. Like, yo, it ain't working. And I can't take the risk of trying to see what happen down the road, and you're giving me no indication of this even working in the way
Yeah.
that I want it to work. Now, it might work in your way. If I do everything you want me to do, it'll definitely work. And most of the time,
Yeah,
that's really what it is. It's working, just not for you. It's working in their favor. So
yeah,
they're not gonna go
yeah.
nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They
No,
good.
Mm-hmm.
no, they
You the
don't go
one.
nowhere, and that's why. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I
Yeah,
had to do what I had to do. The exit I had to make,
yeah.
and
Make
It was a hard
a
one,
lot
but
of times yeah, a lot of times they want to be abusive when you want to leave or whatever. They want to
mentally,
be
right.
abusive because they know that they couldn't keep you. You know what
it
I'm
was
saying? So now they want to keep you by force and humiliation and power.
Manipulation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
manipulation.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
this
I used to
person
think
cared
it
for
was
me.
cute.
This person cared for me. So as long as I always got an issue, I can always keep them around. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so
Yeah.
many tactics. That's why I learned how to just
Very.
poof, disappear. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I disappear
Yeah.
myself. Sometimes I make them disappear. Just depends on how I feel. I'm being
Oh my
honest.
goodness.
Hey man, the old folks around me always said a good run is better than a bad stand.
Yes, sir.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta go. And ain't nothing
Nothing's
wrong with
ever
that.
lost.
And,
Nothing's
and, and you gonna tell you the funny thing about it is I will still support you, but I ain't gonna support you in the way that won't working for me.
mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
I, and I think that's really what they mean, when they say, "Oh, she don't support me. She was never supportive." It was because we didn't do what they wanted, or
Mm-hmm.
wasn't,
The type of support I was
because really what they
getting.
wanted you to do is stay with them through their fuckery.
Oh.
And it has nothing to do with nothing else. They wanted you to stay and be mistreated. With
Mm-hmm.
whatever they got going on because they're going through a hard time. Nigga, I give not one fuck. Not one. You better go
Right.
get a therapist. The thing is, you have to be emotionally intelligent enough to know when you're going through things you can't handle and go get help. Go
Yeah.
get help. I'm not your therapist. I'm
I
not your
I done
therapist.
I done seen people win from all angles. You know what I'm saying? The single people, I've seen single people win. I done seen married people win. I done seen people that didn't grow up in the house without their mama win. People grew up in the house without their daddy win. I done seen all of them win. So
Hmm.
it's very little things that a person can go through that I'm going to feel like, yo, it ain't a way for you to win.
Yep, to
I'll be
bounce
like, yo,
back.
right, right, exactly.
Hmm.
And maybe that kind of spoiled me, or it kind of made me, I don't know. To some people, they probably think like, yo, he don't understand, but like, bro, like I seen it, and I'm very thankful for that, because if I hadn't seen that, I might be in a bad situation right now, repeating the same mistakes over and over again,
The same cycle.
trying to.
And that's why I say what I say wherever I want to, however I want to, because I've been through it. I'm not talking from no crazy
Talking
place
from
or
experience.
Nah,
pedestal. I've been through that shit. So when I'm talking to black women, asking them questions, that's because I've been through it. You feel me? Like I've been through it. But there were certain questions that I had to ask myself and wonder why the fuck I keep going through it. And self reflection be the main
Accountability.
reason that we be trying to hide from our own selves. Stop doing that. Take accountability. Figure out what the hell it is that makes you feel that way and do those things. You know what I'm saying? And move the hell
Shadow
forward.
work.
Right.
Gotta do that shadow.
Girl,
I agree.
Gotta
I
do
agree.
that
you know what I'm
shadow.
saying? I know why I stayed longer than I should have. You understand what I'm saying? I know why I did. I had to come to that realization myself. But a lot of times, even women, like, we don't feel like it's us. Oh, they did something to me. They did something to me. They did something to me. But what is it about you that allowed that shit to happen? Because that shit is here.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is that allows them to feel like they can play with you like that is
Mm-hmm.
in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's you. So
Mm-hmm.
although they may have done something to you, you allowed it, especially as adults. I ain't gonna say as
Yes.
children because children don't
Right.
really have that kind of control. But as adults, if it happens to us, we allow that shit. And it's
Right.
ugly to have to face it, but what the fuck? We gotta face it to be held accountable. Because these
Right.
situations could have been some flying by. I said, boy, I got some kids I probably shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got some kids I probably shouldn't have.
I should have practiced the magic tricks I was good at.
My God, on to my
For real. I should have practiced the ones I was good at.
I got a magic trick. I should have used my magic trick on them.
Mm.
Because I can make a man disappear quick fast.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I can make them not like, nah, I don't want to talk to her. Yeah. You ever had to
Yeah.
do that? Code name?
Huh?
Like you ever had to do that, take on away? Like they really ain't trying to hear that you don't want to deal with them? Yeah. Then one day I'm all in love. Come over. You come over. They don't want to come over. After that, what you mean you love me? Yeah, they disappear real quick. Or
Mm-mm.
or you send them your cash app and be like, I'm going to get my nails done and my hair done. I need $500 today. Like now, I'm on the way. You never hear from them again
Never.
What if you show
in
up?
life.
Hey,
So what?
if we show up, like, let's go get your nails done.
This level, if they get past the whole I'm in love with them thing, then it's the whole spoiled brat diva. Trust me.
You might be on some Mortal
And the
Kombat.
only reason I say that is because men that don't really like you, they ain't really fucking with you like that. They not trying to hear none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Spending money on you, spending a whole lot of time with you. They're not trying to hear none of that. Not if they got women. Especially if they got women and got options. They're not trying to hear that if they not really feeling you. So instead of a man monopolizing my time, I threaten to monopolize his. And all of a sudden, they get real.
And he might still show up.
He might.
See,
He might.
that's the downside of them tricks.
Now, it ain't the downside because I still don't give a damn.
I'm saying he might pull up and sweep you off your feet. You be on the episode saying, "Guess what, y'all?" And you be dangling your fingers or something now. Like, hey, don't act like it ain't no Mr. Rights out here now. There's some right people out here for everybody.
And it's definitely
whether or not we recognize when we cross bomb or not is a totally different thing. But it's somebody out here for everybody.
Yeah, we definitely know it's some Mr. Wrongs.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
definitely know those.
Well, I do believe I have somebody out there for me. That's why I don't be pressed.
Yeah, because they gonna show up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
okay.
and for you, he probably gonna read everything that you do. Like everything you try to do, he could be right there.
I'll be right there with the fuck shit. Ready.
Yep. See, look, she already agreed. She's just thinking about it, right? She's thinking about it right now.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
So, okay. Well, we're going to go to the next video.
For sure.
Y'all have been seeing a rise in people trying to devalue bachelor's degrees, graduate degrees, PhDs, any type of fucking higher education is because there has been a fucking extreme rise in minorities and black people getting said degrees. If you want to take it a step further, if you guys really want to take it a step further, it's this one thing called intersectionality, basically meaning when you're tied to a subgroup within a group. And the reason why they're really trying to devalue these degrees is because women in minority groups are starting to get these degrees. And what that does is when all these people in marginalized communities start getting higher education degrees, is it starts putting a threat on a system that was made to cater to white supremacy. That's what it does. Minorities, black people didn't have access to higher education up until like 60 fucking years ago, 60, 70 years ago. So now what we're finally starting to see is a second, probably like our second generation of influx of, since when we were able to attain higher education, we're obtaining that higher education, and now we're starting to see the results influx into corporate America, or the working America, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Again, what that does, that the influx of highly educated minorities does, is puts a threat on the system that was meant to cater to white supremacy. So now they have to move the goalposts once again to try to make it seem like the degrees we're obtaining are of lesser value because we're the ones obtaining them. That's all I have to say. Bye.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming, did y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. If you was posting it, of course we seen it coming.
So what do y'all think? Like, you think it's some truth?
I really think that Black people have really done the most, right? We excelled in this whole education thing. And I have, worked in corporate America, and I can tell you that it's not a lot of our counterparts with education. Like, it's just not. They have the positions though, but the education doesn't really start until you get up to like VP level. You know what I mean? However, there are a lot of Black women, educated Black women. Not as many Black men in my company, but there are some that are very educated. And I think the goal is to close the gap, right? Because it doesn't, the visual. So if we have Shaquisha and Jeremiah here, and they both have master's degrees, but they report to people 3, 4 tiers up the ranks that have nothing. How does that look? So since they can't take our education from us, then they can make it not as significant, right? They can make it seem not as significant because I do think they are trying to close in the knowledge gap.
Mhm.
It looks a little funny. It looks a little weird
Yeah.
when you go in and it's like, hey, I got bosses that have no degrees. None. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking like less experience. And then when you think about how this works in corporate America and how people actually get jobs at that level by who they know and not what they know, not what they know, it does put a strain on the fact of
Yeah.
what we're going to do now, because we're having to explain why we're hiring these people if they don't have the education or the experience.
That was the actual thing. Do you know, I remember on applications where down at the bottom they would ask you like what fraternity or sorority you were affiliated with.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
used to
back
be
in,
on
I
the
remember that.
application. Why it was on there? Because that's how they were getting their people in there. A lot of them didn't have the the education or knowledge to even do the position. They were just getting in there because they knew somebody.
Yeah, that's how
That's
it
really
works.
what those sororities
Yeah,
and fraternities are for connections like that, to keep
right.
everything within your circle.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Um,
Yeah.
I think it's like a to lower the return on investments. So like when you think about it, like
Hmm.
around my age group, a lot of our parents either just first went to college or we were the first ones within our family to go to college. And now that we are grown, our kids are starting to go to college. But if you
Mm-hmm.
minimize degrees, you kind of still shutting the door on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, now when it's time for y'all to actually, you know what I'm saying, start making world changing things, because not only is dad or mom making good money or both of them together, now the kid is making good money. And that kid is going to meet somebody that's doing well as well. And then
Mm.
they're going to make good money. So now
Generational
you
wealth.
have, right, now you're creating generational wealth. And it's like they're stuck in debt anymore. No, because now mom and dad is paying off their student loans and they got the ability to pay off their kids' loans or just pay their kids all the way through college so they come out without debt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if we shut the door on that, we kind of, you know what I'm saying, holding them back. You know what I'm saying? But you can't hold it back in a way where it's so blatant. So, and don't take this the wrong way. Don't take this the wrong way. But let's let in the least threatening out of the group to show that we're fair, but we're really not being fair. So let's support the women, but show less support for the men. We can have initiatives one way, but once women are about to see their return on their investment and get back for their kids, well, now we have to just diminish the whole thing. Because what's stopping this woman from going back and helping out the men that she knows? Because she still has the power and she still has the finances and she has the knowledge and the education. Unless we keep them at odds with each other, which ain't gonna last forever. It's just like a trick within a trick
Mm-hmm.
to appear like you're giving something, but what you're giving is just a way to keep something going. And once it looks like it's gonna be broken, boom, we just got to add a new wrinkle. Now we're just gonna make sure that degrees are less valuable. So
Yeah.
now it goes back to something like Codename was
That's the
saying.
actual thing, right? That's the actual thing now where they are.
Sororities or nepotism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now, if you know
nepotism.
somebody that can give you a job early, now you got experience. Now, if you got a degree, you got to have like 5 years of experience. How you gonna get experience on somebody give you a job? If you from the hood, who do you know that works in this space that's gonna even give you a chance?
You're not really gonna know nobody.
Right. But you got the
I mean,
degree
you
though.
will have some, very few, that really made it up out of there and like really made it to some levels, but it's rarely heard of in corporate America. But
And
correct,
honestly, if they did, a lot of C-suite level people, they didn't have the help that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like other people have help, like calling somebody, hey, can you hire my son? They didn't have that kind of help. They still had to know everything about everything
yeah,
and get it in where they could. Like, so they might have gotten the opportunity, but not the handout.
Right.
but correct me if I'm wrong. There is an actual list right now where they have list of degrees that are no longer valuable.
Considered professional. Yeah, considered
Yeah, they're
no
not
longer professional.
professional degrees. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
which
crazy,
is
man. But
nuts.
it's happening in a lot of other places too. It's just not easier. It's not as easy to identify. Like sports. Sports is another thing. Like by them trying to push sports to the whole globe, a lot of young black boys who dreamed of playing sports have to not only deal with other Americans, they have to deal with foreigners. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
the chance of even becoming a professional athlete has decreased. and it was already small. It was almost like winning the lottery. But now that you got these influx of players from other countries, it's even worse. And believe it or not, for most black boys, you know what I'm saying, depending on where they coming from, like that's their number one dream.
That's it. Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
probably their number one shot
Right.
to go
Right.
to school for free.
That's
You
the
know.
dream in the projects is making it
Nah.
out playing sports, whether it be
Yep.
football or basketball. Is one of the two. And if
Right.
you're not doing that, either you're selling drugs or you're getting locked up, killing, stealing, all the above.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
That's crazy.
it's hard. Like I can't say that it's 100% like
Of course not, but it makes sense.
white and black. It could just be minorities versus the power structure, or the haves against the have-nots. Because the haves, they got families too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if I got connections, I'm gonna get my son in the door, and I'll just let Jack teach him. You know what I'm saying? So while
Mhm.
Jack is already learning, Susie is in school. You know what I'm saying? So by the time this job
Mhm.
opens up, Jack got the experience and Susie got the degree.
Mhm.
They gonna pick Jack because he got the experience. He been here. You know what I'm saying? He started out in the mailroom, but we all know that his uncle got him the job. You know what I'm saying? We already knew that he was gonna be in this position the minute he stepped foot in the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was already the plan. They just can't make it look blatant. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then more importantly, like, who's to say that when we get in that type of position that we don't do the same thing? And a lot of them people don't want to come out and look with the people that they have to talk to, and they look like us, or they don't look like them. Now, if they go on a floor where the dirty work is done, they don't care what that look like, because they ain't really got to talk to you. Maybe if they talk to you, it's like once a month or once every 6 months. But the people they sit down around the table with in their meetings, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They care. Can't be too many of us around that table.
right. But let's go. But
Mm.
let's go down to the lowest level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And give a speech and give you a fake promise about raises and all this stuff. Or late, you know what I'm saying? Then most of them people look like minorities. Well,
Mhm.
from the jobs that I'll be going to, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of messed me up sometimes. Like, yo, I don't really want to be here. And it's sad
Yeah.
because everybody look like me, and I'm like, well, if everybody in this plot looks like me, this is not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of seems like, yo, it ain't no way out of there.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
They're never gonna promote from there.
Nah.
They're never gonna promote from that pool of people, and it's
Mm-mm.
sad because they put you in a box. So what they'll tell you is you don't have enough experience. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Could have worked for the company forever, but
Yep.
if you're not in the right department, it doesn't really matter. You don't even
Right.
get a shot. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even go to your skin color, honestly, until the next step because they're not letting anybody get out of there.
Right.
That's production. Nobody comes out of production. Like,
Right.
technically,
Y'all, I'll be right back.
all right, technically, production can't sustain law. So even if you're a good worker, they're not going to let you go because you are beneficial to production. So there's no letting you go. It's kind of like that punish because you do well kind of thing. And that's just the way it is. Like,
Yeah. And on top of that, you give the rest of them hope. What they can't get there, they may feel like they can get somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
John was out here with me. Now he's a supervisor. I can't be a
right.
supervisor because John's a supervisor. But what I can do is start filling out applications somewhere else. Because with my experience, I've been here just as
Hmm.
long as John. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now you
And
got another
as
issue.
I had some positions where I mostly used to manage men, like because I
Mhm.
was in male dominated fields. Um, and men are a lot less ambitious. when it comes to that kind of thing. But I had a group of women that as soon as they saw me as their manager, their ears perked up. Something is possible.
Right.
This doesn't have to be where I sit because something is possible. You know what I'm saying? I can't even count the number of letters of recommendation that I've written for them because they had hope of something different. But they definitely had to go outside the company. They couldn't. It just wasn't going to happen inside the company, you know. And the crazy thing is, I was hired from outside the company to be a manager, but they wouldn't promote anybody from within. But that's how it kind of works, man.
Yeah.
I think it really is true. Like they have. I don't know what the goal is, but I feel like they have. Like the dynamics are changing, right? Like post COVID, I mean pre COVID, black people were getting degrees, right? We were getting degrees, but during COVID, business, startup, and degrees increased at the same time. And then the reliance on, you know, a job wasn't so heavy, you know, and with education, what comes? A request for a higher salary,
Yep.
right? And I think we just kind of hit them all at once as a community with like what our grandparents would say we was being up. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
we feeling beside ourselves now.
Trying to fly too close to the sun.
Right. And I think this really, and unfortunately there's gonna be some people that get hit that they weren't trying to hit, right? But for the most part, it's aimed at the black community. I'm totally convinced of that. That it's aimed at the black community. I have a friend of the family who's a nurse, and she's kind of like on that list of um degrees that aren't really necessary. I think because she's like a LPN or something like that, and they're only acknowledging like RNs and whatever's above that.
Mhm.
So she's having to change her entire career in anticipation for not being able to have a valid field of study, a valid degree.
Right.
And that's crazy because she went to school for that stuff. She knows what she's doing. She's worked as a nurse for years. Like that's what she does. And I'm just like, this is crazy that they're displacing all of these people career wise.
Yeah. And you know the
That's
funniest thing,
crazy. I
you
just
know the
had a
funniest
thought.
thing
You
about it
know, we
though?
got high unemployment, right?
Yeah. But you know why that probably is? It's because you got people who are overqualified for the positions that they're finding. Like they could get the job, but they're not going to get the pay. They're not going to get the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to be in the role. And it's hard for a company to ever change that because the people that you do get who do accept it, now you have a better person in a lesser role when you would have had a mediocre person in that role. Now you have somebody highly educated for
So,
cheap.
what do you think about, okay, scenario, okay? Just check it. Hear me out. I got cookies. I got nothing but chocolate chips. No,
Mhm.
I got a dozen chocolate chip and two peanut butter, right?
Right.
And you come and you be like, I don't want no chocolate chip. I want you to make me a dozen peanut butter. I'm like, no, you got to take the chocolate chip. And he's like, no, I don't want it. You just keep refusing my chocolate chip cookies. So I take the peanut butter cookies and I throw them away. Now all I got is chocolate chip cookies. You're hungry. You're
Hmm.
hungry and you need something right now. Your only choice is what? These chocolate
Cook,
chip fucking cookies,
cookies.
bro.
Yep.
They are trying to put us into a position where we have to accept whatever they tell us. That is what it is.
And they
They want
benefit both
us to.
ways because they get to pay less and they got a overqualified person in a lower role. Meaning that you're going to be really good at what you do, but you're going to make less money.
I don't think they really. I don't think they really evaluated the pettiness of black folks. Bitch, we would
I
take a
don't
2 hour lunch.
I don't think they
Talk
remember
about,
I don't think they remember what happened during COVID. How they were begging people to
baby.
come to work. How they was offering all these bonuses like
Did
that
they
can't happen
forget?
again.
Look, like all of a sudden, oh, we had to wait a week in the hole. All of a sudden, you motherfuckers want to pay same day.
Right.
Y'all making all these accommodations.
You could have been did that.
And that's the thing, though. Because that right there, when they did that, I was happy for people because people could get money right then. And of course, having access to money is very important, especially during COVID. But
Right.
I was really pissed because I'm like, y'all could have done this. Y'all could have already done this
Mm-hmm.
for a demographic of people y'all know be fucking struggling, and you letting them work for you, and y'all could have did this, and it didn't take them much to do it.
Nah.
And I'm just like, really, really, all of their
That's why
systems were already set up to do that. All of their systems were like they were already prepared to do something like that. What the like? Why do y'all want us to struggle so bad? God.
because believe it or not, it used to be every man is his own business, but now every person is their own business, meaning
Yeah,
that you possess the potential to have your own thing. What you need more than
yeah,
anything is knowledge and capital.
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
determined person from the hood who can get a really, really good job, but continue to live the same way they've been living in 1 year can do tremendous things because as long as they stay living the same way and they don't start doing extra, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
that's really what it's
Because you
about.
may.
It's easier when you pay people and they keep constantly spending money. Oh, they're buying this,
Hmm.
they're wasting their money. A lot of people learn how to save during COVID too.
Hmm. Yeah. Because one had shit spending on.
Right. And
One
people
shit,
started
it
seeing how
wasn't
to
even no fucking toilet paper. What do we need? We don't need shit. Bitch, when you got to
yep,
fight for toilet paper, everything else seems irrelevant.
right.
Everything else seems irrelevant. Everything else seems irrelevant. But yeah, you learn how to, and you also learn how to be uncomfortable.
Yep.
And that's one thing that I can say about our community is that like we understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that it doesn't hurt us for these strengths to be given. It does. It does affect us. It does hurt us. However, we still managing. We're gonna find a way to laugh. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find a way to
Right.
have them crab bowls. We're gonna find a way to have that cookout. We're gonna find it.
Right.
What's dinging in my ear?
So
Is that our timer?
nah, I don't know what it is. But
Oh,
yeah, I think that I mean it's I think cause see for me, I be feeling like yo, people in super high levels of power, I don't really think they care much about race as much as people in power in middle class because I feel like they would do business with anybody if they can make a profit. I feel like they're just more concerned about their bottom line, period. How to maintain it and how to make more. You know what I'm saying? Do
I
less with
agree with
more.
that a little bit. I read that a little
Because
bit, but I do
what's
believe
the best way to do less with more?
what's the best way to do less with more
Yeah.
or more with less.
Well, yeah, do more with less. My bad. I said that shit backwards.
Well, I would say add more responsibilities to the people that you're having. Cut your manpower in half.
And also, the most important is out of the list that you choose to keep or you bring on, make sure that they're more than qualified to do what you need them to do.
Right.
That way you can downsize and you don't lose nothing, and you are able to add more work on them because they're qualified to do more work.
But it does. It, you're right. And saying that, I want to say this. Let's circle back to why race matters. And historically, it's just been they use that social standard, that social status to separate us, right? Because if we are fighting amongst each other, then we cannot get together and realize who the real enemy is. Now, when remember when I want to say middle class white people were saying that the Mexicans were taking their jobs and they had no job. What do you think, even if we're not going to get paid much, what do you think is going to happen when a whole bunch of black people get employed because they have invalid degrees, but we're not going to get paid, but we still get the job over someone who doesn't have anything at all? That's going to be a problem. It's going to create friction. It's going to create tension, which it keeps us in that cycle of chaos. Now, do they focus on, like, do the ones controlling things focus on that specifically? No, but I think it does have some play
Oh
because they
yeah,
can't
I mean,
they
like
can't hurt us without it,
it doesn't work without it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So like
right.
it's a piece of the puzzle, but I just think like their puzzle would have been their puzzle, and they would have found another way if that part didn't exist.
If
They
it
would have came up with
wasn't
something.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
if they would have
that's
came
all I'm
up with
saying.
something else, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a part of, and I think really, honestly, I think that the racism and social injustice is really still a thing because that's what they started out with. And it's too much to change the name of the game now, right?
right.
So that's just what they started out with, and it's just like, okay, it's working.
Yeah,
Let's just go ahead and stick
it's
with it.
it's a switch. They can turn on
Right,
and off. Like
right.
the minute
So,
that promoting black people, promoting men, or promoting women, or promoting people who choose to date the same sex, whenever that becomes a thing that they could benefit off of, they just turn the switch back on.
right,
We're gonna push this
right,
initiative now because the
right.
demographics show or statistics show we do this, and this, we can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like all them shit, so just little triggers to like trigger us to move how they want us to move to get what they want, and then they'll just find some type of way to give us a little bit to turn it off until they need to turn it back on again.
So I don't have any references for this, but it was a conspiracy theory, right? And what they
Mm,
said was we had some good. First of all, it's Black Music Month. Happy Black Music Month. Anyways, so they were saying that um, the era of good music, Teddy Pendergrass, the OJ, like that era of love and music was purposeful to get people to procreate because the birth rates were declining, and that as soon as and it was over like a 10 years, and as soon as that was enough, as soon as the birth rate was up the way they felt like it should be, we transitioned into this shit we started in. Like it went from fat Luther, skinny Luther, crazy stuff
mhm.
about disrespecting black women, things like that. Like, and the reason I was inclined to believe it is because I remember those days. I don't know if you do, but I remember those, and I remember thinking, "Oh, we went from Mary J. Blige to some really crazy stuff," and it was like overnight.
Right.
It was like, "What's the 411?" And then it was like some crazy stuff, and R&B kind of took a nosedive for a long time, and I'm like, "Yo, what is going on?" And then when R&B came back, it was Jaheim and all of them about, getting back home because he done messed up. And every R&B song was about messing up and trying to get your woman back, or, and it
Mhm.
wasn't about that original, that love. So they do. I strongly believe that they turn on a switch and turn it off as it benefits their needs, or they allow us to enjoy certain things
Yeah,
for whatever reason they have, whatever reason benefits them, and then it's all of a sudden like
yeah,
it changes up so fast.
like where we at right now, like with the war against, not everybody, but the back and forth. Like you said, like if the birth rate hits a certain point, you're gonna see it. Same thing you just said. You're gonna see that
Mm,
push. You're gonna see the commercials. It's gonna be movements. It's gonna be the music, and they're gonna make sure they get pushed again. Like, and they're gonna find a
mhm.
way to benefit off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they
You know
really
what I'm
are.
saying?
And I think that's really um so during the Great Depression, a lot of black artists made their exit, like they made their entrance into the world.
Yeah,
And some very meaningful pieces for the black community, for black artists, like were done. And what they say is like when you have like those kind of crises, there's always something to bring people through it, right?
yeah,
And I think that black people have historically been that piece. Like it's almost like put us through this and we'll come out with a beautiful song and a beautiful story of overcoming a struggle. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that we have to be the ones to overcome the struggle, but that is what we've been. And we've done that. We've overcome these struggles, even though it was kind of planned against us. You know what I mean? So we'll get over this one too, because I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about this one, man. It's kind of like all over the place for me.
yeah. I mean, I feel like we will. It's just going to take something that we're not used to, something that we haven't, like the next thing. Like, okay, like rap wasn't even a thing at one point in time. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It's going to
Yeah,
take something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take something totally different that we didn't even see coming.
yeah. So I've been like really working on communities, right? Building communities and not just communities of women because I have communities of women and those communities are growing. But what I found is we're probably gonna have to be like damn near desolate or you know what I'm saying? Like to figure out that we have to be with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like not I'm not saying like relationship wise or anything like that, but we have to have community because a lot of things that are being done to us is being done so easily and passively because we don't have community, right? And I don't want it to be a case of like, okay, this shit done hit the fan, right? And now we need community and we don't have one built. And this seems like just another brick being taken away from our half built shack anyway. I mean, because we ain't even, yeah, we're educated, but we are still, and black women are the most educated in our demographic, but we are still paid like 13 to 15% less than anyone in our position, than white women and white men. And the fact that we're not even anywhere close to where any the other demographics of people, other groups of people are, and this is what the attack is kind of mind boggling. Like it's kind of like, damn, y'all really gonna take a head start? We ain't even get there yet. We're not even there. Like wait until we get our men up where we at, and then try to attack.
But see,
But it's like,
that's the one thing they're not trying to see happen. Like
well, yeah,
that's the most important thing, because understand, you can have one up, but you can't have both up. Both up and both thinking rational at the same time. They didn't see.
yeah,
They probably felt like they already got enough of that.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like looking at the people who are up like that, they're probably
yeah.
like, "Yo, we can't afford
We
to
can't
deal with
have all of them
another."
like this. All of
Right,
them?
right. And then we got these other people from other countries doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah,
we're probably the only ones they really can actually move like that, because we're here. Like, we've always been here. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like the other
Mm-hmm.
people, man, they still coming with they can't take that away from them because they're coming here with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They would have to
right.
commit atrocities like they did to us to take that away from them. And if they could, they
Mm-hmm.
probably would.
If they could, they would.
Yeah.
And I'm not too certain that they're not trying to
No,
find a
yeah.
way to do that.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's immigration laws and things like that they probably done propose or try to, you know what I'm saying,
hmm
wrangle in, but they just like, yeah, we can't just do that. Or they gotta wait for a certain event before they can push it or whatever, man.
mm
Cause like some places they be trying to make everybody speak English. Like even within like inside the workplace.
mm.
Like on your
Try that
break,
in,
you can speak your
try
language
that in
with this
Florida.
person that you know, huh?
And they can
But
try
like if
that
y'all
in
on the work
Florida.
floor, you can't speak a foreign language to another person that understands that language. You
That's
can only do
crazy
it on break.
work. That's crazy work.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy work. That's
Yeah.
crazy work. Because that's your culture. So you can't be yourself. You can't
And
be
that's
who
what
you
I
are.
can't. And that's why I can't. I thought it was okay for me to come here with this. Now you're saying it's not. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
not. Yeah. Because they
Yeah.
really don't
Like,
want. They really don't want to. You heard about him trying to get 50,000 white Africans over here. 50,000 more. He's trying to bring over here. Like it really is um concerning that that there's options that they can say we can't be who we are, you know, and we can't land of the free, home of the brave, like all
right.
that good stuff.
Yeah. What is it?
And
Life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, ain't it?
the pursuit of yeah.
Yeah,
Like
where's, you know what I'm saying? Where is that at? Like, yo, just lower the see and see, that's the one thing. Like, if we were ignorant and we were dumb, it would be no need for barriers.
that's right.
But because we're, you know what I'm saying, they're like, well, yo, we got to keep these barriers up. We got to just
Yeah.
disguise them. We gotta make them look like something that they're not. You know what I mean? But if they just let go of the barrier, they could drop the barriers right now. The barriers to entry right now, and that's all we really need.
That's it. Because honestly, we're already um working together on a lot of things. Um, a lot of shops that have been boycotted and banned. Um, a lot of there's a new one going on right now. Folks, get on your social medias and go look that up. Um, but we pretty much pulling our dollar. You don't like us, you don't respect us, you want to talk shit, you want to abuse us. You know what I'm saying? You're beating our people up in your stores. Then we have we have the power to change that. Like we have the power to pull that. And I think that they are misinformed because the black dollar, we th- th- we hold the economy up. So this is gold, it's cash. We hold the economy. Mind
Well,
how you talk to us, Mordecai. Mind
I
how
think
you talk to us.
I think the most
Mind.
important thing, and what you're saying is true. The most important thing is though, is not just if you boycott it, create your own. It's like
And they are.
we yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the
Yeah.
real step. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Once that get going, then we gonna really see who is who.
yeah. And
You know
they
what I'm
are.
saying?
They are. There's lists, and as a matter of fact, on my board, I'm gonna do a collective of locations for Greenville, North Carolina, um, Eastern North Carolina, like Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte area, because that's where I'm from, and I'm gonna do a list of black-owned businesses in that area, salons, hair salons.
You know what we
They're
need more than
posting them.
anything? You know what
What
we need more than anything
was that?
is staffing and recruiting.
So,
Not where we
so
turn
what
away,
we
not where
have,
we turn away from people, but we are fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to place this person on this job because I have a fucked up disposition about them. You know what I'm saying? If both of
so
y'all
what,
meet the same metric, I send both of y'all on the interview and may the best person win. You know what I'm saying?
right? So I don't know about staffing agencies, but what I do know is that there are several groups that are building right now, and what they're doing is they're posting who they are, what they do, and business owners are hiring from those um forums, because they have like forums. They're doing that.
Well,
That I do
send me
know.
send
And
send me some links.
okay, and it's a lot of not really sure if you're aware of this stat, but this year, black women have been laid off in droves. Um, so much so we're the highest let go, terminated, laid off this year. Um, so a lot of this stems from that. Like they're trying to take skills, match them with a business, etc. So it's not just for women, but it started out for women because we were having, so many issues. So I will definitely send you over those links. But people are moving, and I implore everyone to stay vigilant. I wouldn't say believe everything you see, but damn sure do your research. If it doesn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? We need to be looking at other things. We need to be doing research. TikTok, social media is not a form of research, right? So we're
Right.
gonna need to do that research and figure some things out and reach out to people that people in different fields so you can have community. I mean, it's definitely going to be necessary because as long as people going to play in our face, they going to do it as long as we allow it.
All right.
They're going to do it as long as we allow it.
And
And you can also reach out to me.
and practice branching research. Like a lot of people don't research with branches. Like they research one thing, they get the result, and then they kind of just say this is the answer. Once you research that thing, then you have to research that too and see where that takes you,
Hmm.
because most of the time you can find better solutions or new understandings if you keep researching the results that you get from prior research. So
Right,
that's 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 very important, because it's a lot of things that we think is the con to a situation because we know the pro and the con, but you never really know what other cons exist.
right.
So,
You
I
actually
think I
have to
think
do
that's,
the research.
yeah. And it's not boring. If it's something that you care about, it's not really boring.
Yeah, and it needs to, and it needs to sit. You need to think
Yeah.
about it. You know what I mean? Like you need to be able to understand it. So whatever it takes for you to be able to gain an understanding and move forward, find like-minded groups of people and go sit and and listen to what they have to say before you decide to participate. Just use your discernment. You know what I mean? So that we
Yeah.
can definitely build community and have places where we can not be, you know, played with, disrespected just because we're black. You know,
Right. And we can be competitive, not the black
yeah,
version of, but equal level competition.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right, all
And
right. That is absolutely right. Because a lot of times they don't even, they only, they only in competition. They only in the running because of their color. They don't add up.
yeah,
No,
yeah. And we
they don't
focus
add up
focus on
nowhere.
trying to, and we try to be the black version of something that's already done. When we should try to figure out how
Mhm,
to beat the exact competition. You know what I'm saying? The opposition, not
mhm.
the alternative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't want to. I don't. Yeah, I'm giving you all of this, all of me,
Right,
authentically, and
right,
still know that I know what I know. You know what I mean?
right.
Like give you and in the workforce that is going to be necessary. It's going to be necessary. These companies are. You're really going to have to think outside the box to be a benefit.
Yep,
You know, and black people are the most creative, intuitive people I know. Huh?
yep. So we got to
Mm,
go beyond great. We have to be exceptional,
yeah.
undeniable.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the next level.
Yeah. And
Undeniable.
I
Because when
know
you
that. Go ahead. Honey.
now, I was just about to say, throughout our history, every barrier we ever broke, it was a person who was undeniable. From sports to whatever it was, that person was so undeniable despite all the hatred and everything they had to let them in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Be exceptional. And the thing is, we already are, and it's important to get rid of your fears and your biases about your own people so that you can walk in your sovereignty. And I know that we are used to shrinking ourselves in these spaces. Don't do that no more.
Right.
Do not. Let them know you didn't come to play. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, if they're going to get rid of you, they're going to do it anyway.
Anyway.
Go in there and be your authentic self and take up space. Make people like if you being your exceptional self make people uncomfortable, so fucking what? We're gonna be uncomfortable, man. We're not really at a space anymore where we can tuck our head down and just walk through this corporate shit or just walk through these spaces and not be fucked with. It just doesn't.
Right.
It's not gonna work. It's
And
not gonna
now
work.
with the economy, that's everybody mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like just for an
Hmm.
individual person, period, you better be that way, even amongst your
Right.
own people, because everything is going to be compete,
Very
compete,
competitive.
compete. Yeah,
Yeah. And we have to understand that at this point, you all, we have the upper hand. And let me tell you why. We're used to competing. We're used to competing with people that are less qualified, less knowledgeable. We've been in places where they've hired the person with no qualifications and no experience over us because of who they were. We have the competitive edge. They don't. They don't see what's coming. Get that report done faster. Figure out a way how to utilize what you need. You know, the tools that are given. A lot of companies are extending their tools. They're doing that for a fucking reason. Learn how to use it.
yep,
Learn how to use it to your ability, your best of your ability, and be the first one to figure out how to make sure that they can bring down manpower, baby. And don't tell anybody else what the hell you did.
right.
Secure in the bag. That's secure in the bag. But we have the advantage to be able to do these things, and I hope you know people take advantage of that. Aren't you a specialist, a SME of sorts,
You said
Smith?
what?
Aren't you a SME, a subject matter specialist? Uh
I'm I am
huh.
mixed with a lot of other things.
Uh
I'm a
huh.
out of the box. I'm a out of the box subject matter expert. I try not
Created
to
your
think
own.
how I try not to think like everybody else. Whatever they think,
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to think
created
the
your
opposite.
own space.
Yeah, because that's what you got to do. That's what
If
you got to
Smith
do.
gets enough requests, he'll start teaching
Yeah, I
and
will.
help y'all figure some things out. I'm telling
I
y'all,
will.
it's gonna be very important to try to have to maintain the competitive edge.
Yeah, and be a lifelong learner. Like
Yeah,
never end, never stop learning.
that's right. We do that anyway. We can't help it because I don't know about anybody else. I'm pretty sure it works the same way. Any place I've ever worked at, I had to learn everything
Right.
because I had to make sure that I knew what I was doing. So couldn't nobody tell me I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing or doing something wrong. We always have
Right.
to be the fixers and know everything. So let's just continue that, and just do it with. We need some urgency, people. Things is happening fast. Little
Fast, fast,
urgency.
fast.
Little
At
urgency.
the, what they say at the speed of light.
And we are not playing.
Right. We
We
definitely
are
not playing.
not playing. Like this is happening absolutely at the speed of light. Like come on. And if y'all have any questions, any comments, we look forward to reading those and getting back
Right.
to you.
And if you're looking to become a guest on the show, we more than welcome it because we love different perspectives. Because the more perspectives we have, the closer we get to solving the question.
Come on and talk with
Appreciate
us.
y'all being with us tonight. Thank you, Juju, for being here. Our code name is gone, but she probably will see this later. Thank you for being here, code name, and y'all enjoy y'all night.
Good night.